Hello everyone, I'm just popping in real quick. I know we already had a video for today, a tutorial and a free kit. If you're new to my channel, I release free printables a couple times a month. So I'll link to that video below. But this one's about weekend sales and there's some big ones. So we got to talk about that real quick. I'm hiding in a closet because they're doing construction on my house. So if you hear banging in the background, I promise everybody's okay. I'll try to filter it out in editing. Below the video, if you click on more or show more, it will unpack the description box. And I've tried to categorize these sales for you to make them easier to shop because there's a lot and some of it is not as great. And some of it's amazing. There are huge discounts. Also, these are affiliate links. So when you click on my links, I receive a small commission from that sale. It doesn't cost you anything. I know some of you go out of your way to use my links and I appreciate that so much. You guys are amazing. I have the best viewers. Mostly I'm here because of the SIZZIX sale. My friends, it's here. It's the SIZZIX, it's like a warehouse sale. They're calling it an end of summer sale. And there's an entire category that is 70% off and it's amazing stuff. So here are just the items that are 70% off. And you'll notice as we kind of keep scrolling through, there's a bunch of Tim Holtz stuff in here, right? This Boo Eek, I didn't buy last year. I was being really good, but I might get it this year. The Goofy Flamingo, shut the front door. Noel, Joy, you load more at the bottom. So when you get to the bottom, you're not done. I've seen this little car in so many cool things. So I have a link to just the 70% off items. And I will tell you right now, this is the best category within that sale. Back here in the description box, there's also a link to 50% off and a link to 30% off. I'm not even gonna click on the 30 for you. There's not much there. It's not that great. But here's the 50% off, okay? And there's some really great cardstock, some dies and stencils, a couple of tools. So there is some good stuff in 50% off. And if you're like, Sarah, it's too much, I don't want to sort through all of that. You also have a link to my favorites within each category. And it will open up like this. So you can see pictures of my favorite items. It isn't the actual shop listing, okay? So it doesn't have prices. But if I click on that, it will take me to SIZZIX and you can see like this is 69% off. I didn't buy this one yet, but I'm probably going to today. I'm super excited about it. I included 2 more categories for you that I thought might be really popular. So all of the Tim Holtz stuff that is on sale at 30, 50, or 70% off is in this category. So you can just kind of scroll through and find his items. They are typically my favorite SIZZIX items. That bird, that grumpy little bird, you guys, it's so good. Then I have all of the critters together. So our flamingo, our bird, our lion, he's so cute and darling. There are little ones like this. I really like the small ones. They fit better on emergency card sketches because I usually don't have like an entire card front to dedicate to those dies. This dragon. That dragon's been out for a while, but he is darling. I encourage you to give this a scroll. It is super cute. All right, my next favorite sale is actually the Spellbinders back to school sale. I saw this, I wasn't super excited, 20% off, I don't know. But the things that are on sale here are items that don't typically go on sale or don't go on sale for very much. So their storage, their cardstock, their tools. There are easy lights on sale, my friends. I've been doing a lot of light up cards lately, and I tell you what, those things don't go on sale much anymore. There's also inks, paints, pastes, and markers, like a whole category for that, and some better press items. So let's take a look at storage. Up at the top, all the CRAFTSTASH trays are on sale. I adore these. Like seriously, if I have extra pieces for emergency cards or dies that I've cut out and assembled and then didn't put on a card, stamped and colored images, I store them in these, but I also use them to organize while I'm creating multiple projects. The large one will fit a half a sheet of cardstock and then a little more. The medium one will fit a quarter sheet of cardstock and a little bit more. There is a lid that will snap on top, or you can use that lid as an individual tray as long as you're not putting anything really tall in it. Okay, so those are a huge hit for me. One of my best finds of the year. Look at these pinch bowls. My friends, they're so cute. I think they're pretty new as well. So those are on sale. All of the Totally Tiffany is on sale. So definitely check that out. Our next category is cardstock. I know there's lots of companies with really great cardstock, so I just want to show you kind of my favorites. As you scroll down on the cardstock page, that mirror gold, it feels like metal in your hand, but it cuts beautifully, just like cardstock. And then these really dark colors, okay? Sometimes I order dark cardstock and I feel like it's not as saturated, as deep as I want it to be. Spellbinders is perfect. So the crimson, mahogany, but then right here, this is great for fall. Forest, indigo, plum. You get a 10-pack for $5.99, which is pretty good. Then we get to the tools, and my friends, the discount here is on Spellbinders products and other companies' products. So we have Spellbinders shears, but then Picket Fence Studios paper pouncers. Top picks for me though, this main attraction magnet is where I throw dies that maybe got separated, or my circle dies, or things that I use all the time, so I'm not digging them out of packaging all the time. Then look at this. There are twinkle lights on sale. I've been doing a ton of light up cards lately, and I am absolutely obsessed with the products from Pear Blossom Press. The twinkle lights blink on and off, and they're really, really gorgeous. Then the large blending brushes. These are the ones that are the size of my palm. They're massive. I also have the ALTENEW large blending brushes. I love them both. The ALTENEW bristles are really stiff and densely packed. These are very fluffy and soft. So if I want a lot of deep color, I go ALTENEW. But if I want a soft color and I'm worried about blending into nothing, that's when I grab the Spellbinders brushes, and they're absolutely magical. I jumped down a little bit, but I wanted to show you Pear Blossom Press also has one lights. This has one battery, one light, one button. It's very small, super easy to use in a 5-pack or a 2-pack. The one lights are the most cost effective and a really great introduction to Pear Blossom's lights. But then there's also the easy light. This is very similar to the twinkle light. It has 3 wires, 3 lights, but these don't blink. When you get to the coloring category, this includes pens, paints, markers, Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, all kinds of things that like make the teacher and me giggle. Get very excited. So all of that is on here, along with like the Better Press inks and re-inkers and their splatter white. So definitely worth checking out. If you're looking for a go-to ink that stamps perfectly every time, I cannot say enough about the VersaFine Clair. If I'm not using my Misty, I am using VersaFine Clair. It is a pigment ink, but it does dry and won't smear once it's dry. And there are tons of colors. I love this stuff. Scrapbook.com is running a sale, but these days they're always running a sale. It's 6% off site-wide or 8% on orders over 100. And honestly, that's not as good as what we've seen. A lot lately, we're seeing 9, 10, even 12% off. But here's where it gets really interesting. I'm linking here to all of the things. There are 6 available freebies right now. So I have linked to the freebie page. It has your discount code at the top. And then let's take a look at this. This one is free with purchase, any purchase, right? It's a stamp set. They're collecting Cards for Kindness. I think it's a really great cause. And so you can pick up this stamp set with any order. You do have to add it to your cart. You can also get this Catherine Pooler stamp set completely free with any purchase of any amount. It is adorable, that little Yorkie, my friends. Again, be sure to add it to your cart. This large zipper storage pouch is showing at $4.99, but that's because it's free with a $15 purchase. So once you put it in your cart, if you hit $15, not including the $5 that the pouch costs, it will be free. Also free with any purchase are these sparkling butterfly stickers. I think they're really cute. This next one is free with an order of $59 or more. It's a 12 by 12 silicone craft mat. It's a great size. I have a couple of these. Mine are all covered in glue and paint, but if you really wanted to, you could peel that off. I'm just too lazy to do it. This mixed media paper is awesome. It's so thick, like so thick. And it is free with an order of $69 or more. So there is like a minimum threshold to get all 6, but these are good freebies. This is the 6x8. I have the A2 and I wish I had the bigger one. So I might be placing an order. And just a reminder that in the description box, I have linked to that freebies page so you can find all of them easily and add them to your cart if you're interested. But then I've also linked to a few more things. SBC Fest is coming up. If you haven't attended this before, it is free. It is on YouTube. It's really, really easy. But here you can get to the schedule and kind of see when things are and who's presenting. There are incredible instructors here. So I wanted to link this for you so you could find out more about it. Then, because SBC Fest is coming up, they have new bundles that are on crazy sale, like crazy sale. And you can add that 6 or 8% discount on top of it. They keep the bundles from previous SBC Fests, okay? So we have some new ones here. This one's for Jamie Pate. This one's for Carissa Wiley. Some of these, like this one just sold out. So if you're interested in the bundles, this was available yesterday and it's gone today. But Carissa's bundle is originally $140 and it's on sale for $47. This has amazing dies in it. We've got paper, we've got arches, some sentiment dies, and then all of this incredible sort of cowboy disco. I would not have thought cowboy disco, and a coordinating stamp set. $47. The savings here is huge. And a lot of the SBC Fest bundles are like that. This one by Angelica Conrad, $95 on sale for $34. And I love the color palette in this one. And we've got a polar bear, it looks like a fox, a sweater. There are a few that are coming soon. You might keep your eye on them. So this one from Laura Graf is available. Normally $77 down to $33, which I think is a better price point for a lot of us. And it's so cute. These are dies up here. Look at this. They're absolutely darling. There is a shadow die that will go around your bears. So here's the actual die set. And then the trees layer up so you can make them as tall or as short as you want. There are so many different combinations that you could put together, and I love that. This paper, I haven't seen this paper before. I think that's probably new too. And it's got the polar bears on it. My friends, love it. Then this one from Christy Marcotte, when I'm on the main page, it says notify me like it's not available, but I clicked on it and I can add that to my cart. I think that charming paper is new. I haven't seen that before and I love it. And I have these dies. They are great and they're pretty big, right? It's a decent size. So if you're making a card with it, it can be a good focal piece. Finally, I'm also linking to their clearance section, my friends. There are over 7,000 items on clearance at scrapbook.com. Big things, right? And you can stack that 6 or 8% discount on top of it. So I will link to that section for you as well. All right, a couple more really cool things for you. Over at CraftStash, they have mystery goodie packs and they're themed. So if you really like interactive stuff, you might get the made to surprise mystery pack, or there's a floral or sentiments, there's a Halloween and a Christmas and a birthday, and I love these. They're $35. It's a great price point. I don't know how you guys feel about grab bags, but I kind of like them. I get 1 or 2 a year. We're approaching grab bag season. If you don't have a lot in your stash, this is sometimes a really good way to build up the options that you have to choose from. And then as always, I have a coupon code that will get you 15% off all of their exclusive brand options. So there is a link to the exclusive brands here. There's quite a few. The Card Making Magic Creative Craft products, phenomenal, phenomenal. It's Just Paper is Justine Hovey's line. Made to Surprise has tons of interactive stuff, but really all of these are great. You just put Staroska 15 in when you go to checkout. Next up, ALTENEW is having their summer warehouse sale. And some years this sale is amazing and some years it's okay. And that's kind of where we're at this year. So I've tried to filter and organize to show you just kind of the best of it. This is the link that takes you to the entire sale. And I think they've done a good job of putting some really great stuff right at the top. The foam tape, you guys, hands down, my favorite, just all-purpose foam tape. It is so sticky. If you put it on acetate and try to peel it back off and move it, it's not gonna happen. The tape will rip in half before it comes off the acetate. So it's amazing for shakers and it's half off. But then I've started filtering by categories, and in inks, we get really, I think, the gem of the sale. I use 2 brands of dye inks. I use ALTENEW and I use Simon Says Stamp. So for kind of the first time, we're seeing some of the fresh dye inks. These are their newer formulation that stamps a little better at 40% off. or 50% off or 30% off, okay? So if you get the mini cubes, you can sometimes get a better deal. I like the big ones. Here's the thing. I like my Simon inks better for stamping. I get better coverage on my stamps, but ALTENEW is incredible for ink blending, and the new formulation is better for stamping than the old one was. And here's the thing. Simon's inks come in sets of 3, and they're fairly far apart, right? You get a nice dark, medium, and light. The ALTENEW inks are much closer together. So if you really like to do this sort of layered stamping or layered stenciling where it looks very natural, the ALTENEW inks are better for that. So after inks, I've linked to some groupings that kind of go together. Stencils and stencil bundles are a favorite of mine. I like coordinating items, and you can get huge discounts, 65% off, 55% off, right? And the ALTENEW stuff is really easy to use. I super duper appreciate that about them. So all of that is linked together in one category. And then just coordinating product bundles that sometimes don't have a stencil are all grouped together. So some stencils, some without. I am not an artist, I am a crafter, right? I can't draw to save my soul. So these product bundles for me are a really great way for me to feel like I can make something really beautiful start to finish. I also have a link to their dies. There's some zero waste stuff at 55% off. I love these large letters. They fill an A2 card and tons of other stuff. So all of those dies are linked in one grouping, and then the clearance section is separate. These are all 50% off or more. They just added a whole bunch of new stuff in here. And some of it I'm kind of sad to see go. Like, I love this All About Thanks word die set, and they're clearancing out some of their older inks, the crisp dye inks. I had tons of them. I still use them. I just like the newer formulation a little bit better. They have said they will continue to sell the re-inkers for the crisp dye inks if you're interested in that. So our last grouping are some really great clearance sales. This is the time of year that people try to clear out the warehouse because there's lots of new holiday products coming in. Trinity stamps, you can now get to the retiring products categories list, which I love. They're all 25% off. The discount will show in your cart. So stamps and dies, standalone dies, stencils, embellishments, other crafty items. I use a lot of Trinity products in my videos. I just love them. Denise is amazing. She owns the company. So I want to point out a few of my favorites that are on clearance. This Argyle stitch background is larger than A2, and so you can really get edge to edge that great piercing detail. Then as you scroll down, this Cheers die set, my friends, Spellbinders came out with a set that was really similar last December, but this one's been out for a while and you can get it at 25% off. I love all of these mini slimline background dies. I have a couple of them and I've used them in a ton of videos. Definitely check those out. Then we have the Happy Little Tree Farm. I love these so much. And they have these little faces. Look at this guy, those eyeballs. I mean, seriously, I put them on everything. It's on clearance. I'm so sad that it's going away. Definitely check that one out. This is the pillow gift box. You need one piece of double-sided tape or wet glue, and you can put this guy together, and it's so cute. So there's a link to all of those categories in here. My favorite things is having a huge sale. It's 50 to 75% off site-wide. You guys, it's everything, like everything. The discount shows up in your cart, which is a little frustrating sometimes because is it 50? Is it 75? Just put it all in your cart and check it out and then delete the ones where you're like, not that one. I will say there's a lot of stuff that's sold out because this is a crazy sale. Cat Scrappiness has a ton of stuff on clearance as well, and I love that. I will say I've separated out my top picks. These are the double stitched dies. They're just basic shape dies, and they put the stitching on the inside of the shape and the outside of the shape, and I think they're amazing. I have all of them. all of them, and they're like 40 or 48% off. So I linked separately to my top pick double stitch dies, okay? Divinity Designs has 70% off all of their clearance items. You have to do a little digging on this one, but there's some cute stuff. Definitely like small dies and stencils and stamps and things like that. Picket Fence Studio also has some great stuff on clearance. It varies how big the discount is, right? So $8 down to $3, or this one's $20 down to $6, but this one's $20 down to $16. But worth digging through. There's 14 pages of stuff. Some of it's really, really cute. Definitely worth looking. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much, friends, for tuning in. The links below are affiliate links, so if you do some crafty shopping and you use my links, those stores pay me a commission, just part of that sale. It doesn't cost you anything, and that's part of how I can continue to do the work that I do and provide free printables. I know some of you go out of your way to use my links. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you'd like to see some more crafting, tomorrow night, Saturday, July 17th, 4 p.m. Central Time, I'll be going live with my friend Lynn over at LV Handcrafted, and we're crafting with this month's sheetload of cards. I would love to see you there. I'll leave a link below. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.